everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm a travel professional with Marvelous Mouse Travels. Welcome to Cup of Travel. This is my podcast, and I envision this as your cozy corner of the internet where we can all just sit down together with our favorite beverage, and we can talk about what is going on in the world of travel. And in today's episode, I'm going to be answering a question that I get all the time as an agent who specializes in theme parks and cruises, and that is, should I choose Royal Caribbean or Disney Cruise Line for my vacation? Now, I've had the opportunity to sail on both, and in this episode, I'm going to be comparing each cruise line side by side along 5 different categories: accommodations, food, activities, private island, and value. And I'll let you know which cruise line I think comes out on top. But of course, I always love to hear your thoughts. So be sure to let everybody know what your favorite cruise line is down in the comments. But without further ado, let's get started. First, we'll look at accommodations. And although I find the staterooms on both cruise lines to be clean and well appointed, I have to give the edge to Disney Cruise Line on this one. Disney has some of the largest standard staterooms in the industry, and the split bathroom layout they have in ocean view or higher categories is a genuine game changer. It makes getting ready so much easier if you're traveling with your family. So DCL takes the points for accommodations. Now, let's talk about the food. Honestly, food is a major determining factor for a lot of people when it comes to picking a cruise line. And although I feel like Royal Caribbean has a greater quantity of options, I have to give the marks for food quality to Disney Cruise Line. I feel like to get really great food on Royal Caribbean, you have to pay for specialty dining, whereas on Disney Cruise Line, you can get great food that's just included with your standard cruise fare. Next up, let's talk about activities. And hands down, I have to give the points to Royal Caribbean for this one. From rock climbing walls to zip lining to putt-putt golf to the flow rider, there is so much to do on a Royal Caribbean ship that you genuinely can't go bored. Now, obviously, certain classes of Royal ships offer more activities than others, but for the purposes of this episode, I'm talking about those Oasis and Icon class ships specifically. And hands down, they have way more to do on board than you'll find on a Disney cruise. Next, let's talk about the private islands. Now, for this episode, I'm going to be focusing specifically on Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day at CocoCay and Disney's Castaway Key, even though Disney does have a secondary private destination in Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, and Royal's currently developing Perfect Day Mexico. Honestly, for me, this is a draw. Although there's undoubtedly more to do on CocoCay, not all of it's included in your cruise fare, and I feel like you can have a better beach day for no extra cost at Castaway Key because only one ship docks there at a time versus 2 at CocoCay. Lastly, let's get down to the real heart of the matter: value. Now, I recognize that this is probably going to be a pretty controversial statement, but personally for me, I think that Disney Cruise Line comes out on top for value, and here's why. Yes, DCL comes with a higher base price tag than Royal Caribbean. However, by the time you purchase the add-ons for Royal Caribbean, like the soda package, upgraded dining options, and private island activities, the price is actually pretty similar. I feel like you have to purchase those upgrades on Royal in order to have an experience that's comparable to what comes included on a Disney cruise. And also for me, one of the perks of cruising is that everything's already prepaid and I don't have to think about my budget while I'm on vacation. And I feel like it's easier to just check out and vacation on autopilot on a Disney cruise than it is on a Royal Caribbean cruise because so many restaurants aren't included, and even some of the dishes at the included restaurants aren't included in the base fare with Royal. So yes, you can get on a Royal Caribbean cruise cheaper than you can get on a Disney cruise, but I don't think that you're getting a comparable level of inclusions. So those are my honest thoughts on which cruise line I think comes out on top overall. But as always, I would love to hear your thoughts. So be sure to let us know what you think in regards to whether you would choose Royal Caribbean or Disney Cruise Line for your family, and definitely let us know why so that we can all learn from each other. The great thing about having multiple cruise lines to choose from is that everyone can find something that fits their unique needs and wants at a budget that works for them. And I don't try to push my clients towards one option or the other. I just listen to what they want and I make a recommendation based on their unique desires and what I think they genuinely are going to enjoy the most. And my planning assistance and expertise come to you free of charge when you book through me. And booking with me is the same price or even lower than booking directly with Royal Caribbean or Disney Cruise Line. In fact, right now, our agency's offering an exclusive $100 onboard credit promotion for any sailings booked on the Disney Destiny that sail between December 1st and 30th, 2025. And with Royal Caribbean, I'm able to offer $50 onboard credit with any stateroom booking. Both of these are promos that you can't get booking direct. So for more information or to start planning your cruise vacation, reach out to me on my blog at gingermnt.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got value out of this episode. And I also hope that you'll join me next time so that we can have our cup of travel together.